Hey, Kevin here. Hope you're enjoying the episode.
Hey, who are you talking to, Kevin?
Listeners of our shows, I also want to let them know that if they're enjoying what we've been doing, they can support us on Patreon.
Oh, Patreon. Were you going to tell them about the early episodes? Also, Patreon-exclusive episodes that can be found there, too?
Well, yeah, I was going to do the whole...
yeah, and then there's the other cool stuff, including art, merch for subscribers, like tote bags, hoodies, shirts, mugs.
Yeah, and...
Can you believe people could support us for only $5 a month? You're definitely going to mention that, too, right?
I was. Support Supernatural Selection and The Distraction Hole on Patreon for as little as $5 a month. Visit patreon.supernaturalselectionpod.com to learn more and get started today. So, I'm trying to figure out, I don't remember if this is our third or fourth Christmas doing this show.
Well, it's got to be the third because I've had two other Santa Claus theories.
Right. That was the deal. I couldn't remember how many you'd had, so that's helpful.
Well, you're the one that told me the other day because I couldn't remember.
That's true.
Because it was the Tulpa and then the Wandering Jew.
Yes, Cartipolis. That's a hell of a thing to start on. Hello, welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host, Kevin. With me this week are Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how you doing?
I am holly and jolly.
Are you?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, well, you do smell like a pine tree because of that candle, so.
Yes, we have. I was held determined, so we've had an artificial tree for a couple years, but I really love, real Christmas trees because of the smell. So I went out and found a pine scented candle to make it smell Christmassy.
And I've got one that smells like mocha. So
there you go.
Yep. And we've got Mr. David Davis. David, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I was just thinking, this is the time of year when we really like a Christmas cryptid to gather around.
Oh, your cat, dude.
Yeah, and I think I figured one out. You know what, Kevin? I have you to thank for this.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, there's been stories about flying Christmas trees. And
fuck you.
They call them Tannenbaumers.
Okay, I'm going to give you credit for that because that's pretty fucking funny, but also, fuck you.
Merry Christmas. I love you guys.
Yeah, Merry Christmas and Happy Solstice. Or actually, no. Happy Honda Days, everybody.
Yes. Happy Honda Days.
Happy Honda Days, and we wish you a Merry Toyota-thon.
And it's December to remember.
Yes, December to remember sales event. So,
yep.
It's a weekend weird, everybody. And it's Christmas. This episode is going out Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas, Skippy Ding Dong, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kick-Ass Kwanzaa, all that fun stuff. We are here to bring you our usual wacky hijinks in a weekend weird. So, now, before we get into our articles and stuff, David, I believe you wanted to talk about something.
Yeah, so obviously the drone situation's getting pretty crazy out there.
Oh, God. Yeah, I kind of stopped paying attention to it, but please.
Yeah, but there was this article posted on 404 Media. It's titled "The No-Win Mystery Drone Clusterfuck." And it's by Jason. Yeah, Jason Kabler. It was published December 18th. So, the main thrust of the article, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the main thrust is you've got a lot of people grifting on the drones, which is a problem, and you need people to crack down on that. Mm-hmm. But the other problem is the people cracking down on that would be the government, and nobody trusts them.
Well, that's certainly true.
Yeah, so it's a no-win scenario, and I'm just wondering, like, where is this gonna go? Like, what can be done here?
Well, it's interesting you bring that up because there is someone debunking a lot of the drone footage.
Okay.
And Mike and I both discovered it, and I think Mike was like surprised and delighted by this. Mike, you want to tell him who's doing the debunking?
It's r/UFO.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, they're going in going, that's a fucking plane. What is wrong with you?
And people are posting pictures of, or video of this, look at this UFO, and they're like, here's how that's actually a C-17 Globemaster. That's just the underside lights. Here's a picture from the same perspective, and you can see the lights line up perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, God bless r/UFOs for this. I mean, like, this is one of those few times where I'm like, you guys have really come through on the clutch, and you're doing the Lord's work.
They're
Thank
also
you.
Like, yeah, they're posted a video with no sound. Yep, definitely an airplane.
Yeah. Just some of the stuff in the article amused me. Like, so quote, "This has led to a predictable outcome such as a random people in New Jersey shining laser pointers and possibly shooting guns at passenger planes, which is very dangerous." Which it just reminds me of Independence Day. When Will Smith sees the TV and the news like, "Please do not shoot at the UFOs."
It reminds me of The Critic when the farmers were shooting at the red-eye flight to L.A. when they were going over the flyover state. It's like, that there plane is headed to Los Angeles, full of people that'll bring us the movies and television shows we watch, and that produce award shows that win awards on other award show. Get my gun. And then you see is them on the plane, and there's like a ping, and you hear the pilot, "Ladies and gentlemen, please remain calm. We're being shot at by farmers again."
That's a show they need to bring back.
I loved The Critic.
Yeah. We're in a real Quizum buck.
Yes, we are. Wow, what a Duke-tastrophe. So. And that's this is a wrong show for that, but goddamn, The Critic was great.
Yes. But yeah. So it's just wild that, like, you've got the people in government who are trying to, like, calm down the pressure on this, but that's not exactly helping right now. I mean, nobody trusts the government.
It is, the UFO can, yeah. I mean, yeah. They're not going to trust the government. But fortunately, calmer heads are prevailing, and they're going, that's a fucking airplane. What is wrong with y'all?
Like, there is still some, like, legitimate panic out there and everything like that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just, it's very weird. Like, are we going to see this labeled as, like, a UFO flap in, like, 25 years?
I feel like it already kind of is a UFO flap, but, like, with the internet, this is, like, the most widely viewed flap in history.
Yeah.
Because we've got front row, like I've got front row seats to my first UFO flap, and I'm giving it a 3 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was funny today. I was just on Reddit, as I do, and there was a video. There was video footage of someone in an airplane, and it was someone was shining a laser pointer at the plane from the ground.
Oh god!
And then I'm like, oh yeah, you could really see why those laser pointers are a problem when you're in flight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, holy shit, that is a lot more disruptive than I would have thought.
Oh, yeah, because, the further away it is, the wider the beam is, and the worse it can fuck you up.
Yeah, and I was just like, Jesus, that's pretty crazy, actually. But I don't know, man. Like, this New Jersey thing is super interesting. Like, again, I think it's all just, like, drones or whatever. Drones from whom, I don't know, but, like...
Yeah.
But,
so,
like, seeing the panic is interesting.
Well, the drones are questionable, but, like, a lot of the drones are not drones, so
the theories I've read have been, it's gotten darker earlier. Therefore, people that were doing drone stuff are now doing it at night. So a few people see some drones flying at night and post about it on social medias, and it just kind of explodes from there as people see drones. And, the person posting probably go, "Oh, hey, I just saw someone flying a drone around or something," and then the next person's like, "Why are they flying drones around at night?" And then then people start getting more conspiracy brained, and then they start jumping at shadows and seeing airplanes. It's like, "Oh, that was one of them drones."
Yeah.
And then you have people like these two dumb bumblefucks in Boston that purposely go out and try to fly drones near airports at night
and get arrested.
Get arrested. And I'm sure there's no shortage of people that have drones and went and flew them at night because they saw, hey, people are flying these drones at night. I'm going to go do that too.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I wanted to bring this up because it's a big thing in the news right now, and I wasn't sure if any of us were going to cover it, but I figured it'd be good to kind of
it's a good idea.
Yeah,
it's a great idea to get it out there now because I mean we're a show about this kind of stuff. We need to.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, did you know there have been quote drone sightings in Meridian, Mississippi?
No.
Yeah, it was Delta fucking Airlines.
Of course. Hey, should I take my drone outside and fly it around?
I think that will be hilarious and a terrible idea.
Okay. Well, it is completely illegal to shoot at drones.
Is it?
Yes.
Wow.
It is against very much a lot of laws.
Huh.
Which is wild because there was a tweet from a sitting congressperson saying that they're probably foreign drones that should be shot down.
Yeah. No, that's very irresponsible to say.
Yeah. Well,
especially since if they were foreign drones, you think the military would do something about those,
right?
This guy sounds like he's not on any of the military subcommittees,
right?
Or his medication, for that matter.
That too.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, this is my first UFO flap, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah. I'm not super impressed by it. I'm enjoying watching the chaos a little bit, but also not liking the chaos.
Well, that's because we're doomsday tourists. So.
Yes, that's true.
Stupid UFOs do better.
Alien, do better. I don't know what Tommy Wiseau had to be involved in this, but there we are.
Man, they should give Tommy Wiseau money to make an alien invasion.
Oh my God, I would pay to see that. I would legit go to the theater to watch Tommy Wiseau's "Here Come the Aliens."
Especially if you like sex as a alien babe.
He's the alien, and he just does the same thing again, which is try to nail a woman in the stomach.
That's how he impregnates the women.
I know where vagina is.
Oh man,
I can do it.
And then they can make a movie a couple years later about the making of that movie.
Oh,
yes.
Well, with James Franco in it.
Yeah, him on his comeback tour. Oh God. So, how about we get started with some articles?
Okay.
Okay.
Wait a minute. We're not going to sit here and just make jokes all night?
I mean, we are, but we got to have something to riff on.
Okay.
So, I'm going to go first, and then you two can Thunderdome it.
Okay.
So
can't we get beyond Thunderdome?
No.
Sorry, I had to do it.
Dude, I've had so many opportunities to do that joke in my life. It's kind of unfair to other people. So, do you guys remember we talked about the weird lady that says she married a ghost and then that she divorced the ghost and cheated on the ghost with another ghost?
How could we forget?
And then it turned out that the ghost she was cheating with was her husband ghost in a bizarre Pina Colada song-like scenario.
I recall distinctly going through a nesting doll of articles, going back as far as we could to see how many instances of her and her ghost relationships existed.
And there was quite a lot.
Yeah.
So, good news, I've got an update.
Yes.
Horror influencer who married a spirit says Santa Claus is a ghost. This is on uk.news.yahoo.com.
Hey, lady, step off. That's my racket.
This article is by SWNS and Miranda Pell, December 9th. And the article reads, A horror influencer who once married a spirit has claimed that Father Christmas is a ghost.
Well, there's one theory I can't use.
Yep. Spooky rock singer Brocade.
Maybe isn't that like
Nope,
where
Brocard. My
gonna
bad.
say, Brocade's like where all the college guys go to play video games.
Oh, God, Mike. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You should be ashamed you didn't think of it yourself.
You should be ashamed of yourself for making the joke and making me feel bad about it. Anyway, spooky rock singer Brocard says she famously wed, then split from the spirit of a Victorian soldier, and she is now a paranormal investigator.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you fucked a ghost, you got no other choice.
Yeah, just look at Beverly Crusher.
Yep. Man, that candle. Do not light the candle. Anyway, the Gothic singer says she believes Santa is a likely to... That's poorly written. The Gothic singer says she believes Santa is a likely to be a ghost who has, quote, shape-shifted into a red suit on Christmas Eve.
He's a fucking thing from the movie The Thing?
I guess so.
Oh god, could you imagine a remake of The Thing, but it's just Santa and his elves, and the elves are just trying to figure out which one of them's, the thing?
Yes, I can, and I'm mad it's not happening now.
Right? Just the elves, like, doing the blood test, except it's all, like, cookies and milk.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure if it's Brocard or Brocarde, because there's an E on the end, so let's make it even worse with Brocarde.
There we go.
Brocarde says her ex, Eduardo, came alive.
Eduardo.
Yeah, remember Eduardo?
Yep.
Anyway, so Eduardo came alive at Christmas and would dress up as Santa Claus.
Wait, he came alive on Christmas? Is he Frosty the Snowman?
I think so.
She put a hat on him and he just popped to life one day?
Guys, we're through the looking glass here. And he even floated down the chimney. She reckons other spirits might also do the same.
Why wouldn't they?
I appreciate these are figures who can float through walls, but floating down a chimney is like, holy shit.
Yeah. She claims they are prone to getting into the festive spirit and attracted to the magic of Christmas. Brocarde from Oxford says when people think they see Santa, I want to meet someone that thinks that. Anyway, says that when people think they see Santa, they might be looking at a cheeky ghost. She says if people encounter the vision of Father Christmas coming down the chimney, it could actually be the apparition of a ghost getting into the festive spirit.
Jesus.
She says, quote, fundamentally, ghosts and Father Christmas have a lot in common. Most people don't believe they exist.
They're also dead.
Yeah. It's important to understand that ghosts can often sense the energy of the holidays, and some get as excited as we do.
Uh-huh.
If you consider that some ghosts don't even realize that they're dead, they sometimes start to celebrate the holidays as they did when they were living.
Hey.
Many people believe the ghosts... Many people believe the ghosts have the ability to shapeshift into... Who? Who believes this? Believe that ghosts have the ability to shapeshift into various different disguises. This can often have terrifying implications and be very confusing. This is all one quote, by the way.
Of course.
Jesus.
During the holidays, when emotions are high, spirits are attracted to these emotions, and some can present themselves as Father Christmas.
Of course.
And then the kinky ones present themselves as Krampus.
Yeah, some of them are presenting like a mandrill.
just the horny ass horned Krampus. Just
that's
splayed
not
over.
a red. That's not a red suit.
Oh Jesus!
Red Rocket.
Red Rocket and red anus. Yeah. Oh God, it's goatsy. It's the spirit of Christmas goatsy. Look at my ring. Anyway, she added, When some people are adamant that they've seen Santa Claus, again, who the fuck is doing this? What they could have actually encountered is a shape-shifting ghost. I understand that Father Christmas is largely accepted as being fictitious, but in spirit he can be more real than any of us could imagine.
I just want to meet the family that, like, instead of like telling the kids Santa is real, they tell kids that like
it's
Santa is it's the spirits of the dead haunting us.
You know
your joy attracts the spirits of the damned.
You know that song Santa Claus is a Black Man?
Wait,
no.
What?
The song Santa Claus is a Black Man, I think it's by Louis Armstrong.
No.
Okay, well, fuck me. I was just thinking it'd be funny if you did Santa Claus as a dead man.
No. I mean, it's a great joke. You know, I wish I had more of the context, and I need to look up that song because I'm familiar with a lot of like Christmas stuff, but I had never heard that one.
Is a black man. And here's the thing: Andy Merrill recently did a video with his Brack puppet on YouTube doing Santa Claus as a Brack man.
Love it.
Yeah, I love Andy Merrill goddamn much.
Never heard of that song before.
Okay, me and Greg used to sing it at Rose's. Anyway, during my Christmas with Eduardo, he came alive at the holidays. It was very clear that his energy was lighter and he was in the Christmas spirit. It's true that ghost moods can lift just like humans.
He wanted to fuck all the time.
In a suit. Then he turned into a reindeer and it got weird. No, on Christmas Eve, he shape-shifted and floated down the chimney. He must have remembered the Christmas tradition from when he was living. Brocardi regularly updates her website, brocarde.com, with new paranormal explorations and ghost stories. Hello, new segment.
Now, wait. What century was Eduardo supposed to be from?
I think he was in the 1800s.
Okay, but was Santa known for chimneys back then? Because I think that is a 19th.
I feel like that's a 20th. Yeah, it was. God, like who did the Night Before Christmas?
Well, okay, no, wait. Night Before Christmas would have been 1800s then.
Okay, because that's the first time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Her Christmas single, Waiting for January.
Oh my God.
That tackles the mixed emotions of the holidays is currently available on Spotify and all streaming platforms.
I need to stream that.
She is a horror influencer and has traveled the world documenting her stays in some of the world's most haunted locations.
This is amazing.
I told you, we're through the looking glass with this shit, y'all. Merry Christmas, everyone. That's a little present from me to you, okay?
Oh, wow.
So how do we feel about that? How do we feel about the idea that Santa is just every dead person that ever lived?
Like, it's almost like he's like a Katamari of spiritual energy. It just enough of it assembles in December, and then it becomes a, Santa Claus tulpa and does its thing,
right.
And then the spirits dissipate.
Now, does that mean Jesus is also Santa Claus? Because he did.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he didn't become just a regular ghost.
Oh, wait, he came back. That's right. My bad.
But then what happened after he died again?
Died again? He was taken up. He didn't die.
Well,
the Greys picked him up.
Oh, that's right. They took him home.
Yeah.
Right. My bad. Time dilation and all that. So, Mike, did you want to wait on your Santa Claus theory, or do we want to just talk about it now since we're there?
No, I think that would be towards the end.
Okay. All right. So, everybody, if you're listening, which I'm talking to you, so you're listening, we have got Mike's yearly theory coming up later in the program.
He's not a damn ghost.
He's not a ghost.
A damn ghost.
A damn ghost.
Because I'm mad that I can't use that theory now.
Well,
I mean, you could use that theory and still have just as much credibility as her.
That's true, but Mike, you would have to put out a single.
Yes,
Oh.
yes, I'm looking forward to that.
I want to hear Mike's single. Oh, it's gonna be great, man. Mike, what if you did a single for this? What would the genre be?
Kevin,
Yes.
I already have a song.
Holy shit! You're right. I forgot. You did the Star Wars techno, and it was badass.
We can't play it on the thing because it has lots of like samples.
Put it
Yeah,
on
but
the
you can send
Patreon.
it to David.
Put it on the Patreon.
Oh, that's a great idea, Mike. We got to put the single on the Patreon in January.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we got so much coming from you. It's going to be great.
Wait, I didn't like the way that was phrased.
Did Krampus
Shut
just
up,
wander in?
Beavis. What's?
I was going to say, did Krampus just wander in?
Wah.
Eh.
Oh, my God. So anyway, who wants to go next?
Mike.
Me?
Yes, you do.
Me?
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me?
Sorry, Mike.
Me?
You lost the Thunderdome
Damn.
because David just bowed out.
Well, what if I just point at David and say, "You, David"? No, I'll
Okay,
go first.
fine.
I'll go
Okay.
next. I don't care.
Okay, Mike's going then.
Well, this is from Gizmodo from December 17th. Bat poop fertilizer blamed for deadly fungal infections in cannabis growers. There's a brand new sentence.
That is certainly a brand new sentence. You
Love it.
got that from Reddit, didn't you?
Huh?
You got that from Reddit, didn't
Oh,
you?
no. This is from Gizmodo. Like
Oh, I
said.
mean, I thought you saw it as a brand new
Oh, no,
sentence and then looked it up.
No,
Oh,
I saw
wow.
this article from someplace I get news and said, wow, that's quite the new sentence there.
Okay.
Doctors have reported 2 rare and fatal cases of histoplasmosis, a fungal disease linked to bat guano used as fertilizer for locally grown cannabis.
So remember, everybody, don't eat bat shit.
Now,
Don't
here's
be
a
around
question.
that shit.
Here's a question. If Batman takes a shit, does that count as guano?
No, because he's
Ooh.
not a bat. He's just a man.
No,
dressed
he
as
is the bat.
He
he's a
He
man.
quite frequently says, I am the bat.
is it.
But he's a man with a personality disorder that thinks he's a bat.
It's man bat guano
Now,
beast.
if man bat took a shit, that would be guano.
I
Bat
do
man
Fair.
taking a
appreciate.
shit
That
is-
is fair.
is just a weirdo in a cape taking a poop.
I
do
love
wanna,
these semantics.
I do want to point out that nice Buwana Beast reference that Kevin did.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
man bat guano beast.
I
Sorry.
didn't get the reference.
It's a really shitty character in DC. He basically
Oh.
grabs 2 animals and merges them.
The animal merger.
It's like Dog Welder
gonna
but
say,
magic.
Is he better than Dog Welder?
Yeah, he is better than Dog Welder. We'll give you
Giraffe
that.
frog.
Homegrown weed lovers beware. There are some fertilizers that you should probably avoid. Doctors are warning people to steer clear of bat guano, aka bat poop, after 2 cannabis growers contracted a fatal fungal infection linked to its use.
Is this what happened when I had that gummy?
No.
Okay.
That was just too much.
Too much bad shit.
Too much, and yeah. Researchers at the University of Rochester detailed the unusual infections in a case report published earlier this month. Both cases involved local men who developed a severe bout of histoplasmosis, likely contracted from bat guano they had used or intended to use as fertilizer for their cannabis crops.
Oh dear.
While exposure to bat guano isn't a common risk for many people, researchers note that it's become a
Popular?
This is how it's written.
Okay.
Researchers note that it's become a popularity advertised superfood for growing cannabis.
What an interesting choice of words.
Histoplasmosis begins as a lung infection.
Yeah, I was going to
lung
say.
infection.
That's like lung and blood, isn't it?
A lung infection caused by inhaling spores of the histoplasma fungus, typically the species Histoplasma capsulatum.
So this is cosmic death fungus.
It's lung fungus. Lungus.
Lungus.
These exposures don't usually make people sick, but sometimes the infection can turn into a relatively mild pneumonia, causing symptoms such as fever, cough, chest pain, and body aches. More rarely, the infection can linger in the lungs and become a chronic problem, or even spread to other parts of the body, like the brain, and cause serious, life-threatening illnesses and zombification. Spot the words I added.
Yeah, the zombie thing.
Yeah. As is often true with fungal infections, chronic or severe histoplasmosis is more common in people with already weakened immune systems, like zombies.
And me.
Yes, Kevin, don't go huffing bat guano.
God damn. Well, I was in that cave.
Mm.
And it was literally like a 10-foot high pile of bat shit.
And were you huffing it?
Not really, but...
When was the last time you were in a cave?
Honestly?
Yeah.
10 years ago?
Okay, that seems pretty recent to be in a cave. I don't know. It just seems like if you're doing something in a cave, it seems unsavory.
I was touring a cave, and it had really good lighting, like a theater, and they had it was really cool actually.
Okay. I won't comment on your underground meth operation.
It's Blanchard Springs. They have a beautiful cave system, and the lighting was done by the guy that first lit Carnegie Hall.
Ooh, interesting.
So it's actually beautiful. You look up some pictures.
I've only ever been in a little cave.
Oh, this is a massive network with the biggest pile of bat shit I've ever seen.
Literally Jurassic Park. That's a huge pile of shit.
Yep. That's a lot of fish.
These infections aren't contagious, well, I'd hope not, and can only be caught from environmental sources of the fungus. The fungus is primarily found in the central and eastern U.S., living in the soil, but histoplasma fungi grow especially well in soil that's been saturated with bird or bat droppings, and the fungi seems to naturally infect bats routinely, making the furry, flighted animals an important vector of transmission. Outbreaks of histoplasmosis are often caused by disruptions of contaminated soil that kick up the spores in the air. But these latest cases appear to show that the bat guano itself can be a deadly carrier of histoplasmosis. The first victim, a 59-year-old man, had purchased bat guano online and used it to fertilize his cannabis. The second victim, a 64-year-old man, had recently discovered a heavy bat infestation in his attic, and he was hoping to use the bat guano as a fertilizer for his crops. Okay, so I was starting to think, wait a minute, so only one of them was growing cannabis, and then it's like, I've got these bats. I'm going to turn this bat infestation lemon into bat infestation
gold.
Fertilized cannabis crop lemonade.
Now, I just need to say that, number one, this is a lesson not to buy your bat shit on the internet.
Or just stay away from bat shit in general.
Yeah, there's good fertilizer.
The other guy got it from naturally occurring attic bats.
I'm just here's the thing. Was he growing the cannabis before he found the bat shit, or did he find the bat shit and decide, I'm going to make some weed?
Well, he said he was hoping to use the bat guano as fertilizer for his crops, so I'm assuming he was already growing.
I just think it'd be funny if, he just saw bats and was immediately like, joints, that's what I need to make.
No, bat weed.
Apparently it's a known thing among cannabis growers that bat guano's like the bee's knees or the bat's poop, and so he must have saw it and was like, wait a minute. He saw it online. He's like, wait a minute, I have bats in my attic, don't I? Let me see how much poop's up there.
It's a sludgy miracle.
That's
it's
a
like
lot.
Shining gold. He's like, oh, I'm surprised my ceilings haven't collapsed, but now I'm gonna fertilize me some pot.
I'm just throw the seeds up here. Now, my thing is, bat shit is apparently really fucking useful for a lot of things.
It has a lot of nitrogen, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have no idea if that's something unique about the bats.
It's kind of unique to bats.
Well, I mean, I guess it's not unique to bats because bird shit is
the concentration though, and the amount. They also shit in the same place.
Yeah,
so
birds are
easy
moving
to
around. So but bats roost and poop in the same place.
No, dude, that 10-foot high pile of bat shit. It's like 300 years of bat shit.
Yeah, like
that's
guano is
crazy.
Yeah, nice. Guano is like a good fertilizer, though. Like, but it's also used for gunpowder.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
It's all the nitrogen.
Yeah,
but I think bird poop is about the same, but it's harder to harvest.
But it's not as Halloweeny as batshit.
Getting all the birds to poop. If you can make like a bird toilet that birds would always use, it'd probably be pretty good.
I think that's called Earth.
I think that might be my car.
I mean, like congregating it. You have to like build something like you did for Minecraft for the eggs from the ducks.
Couldn't we just like
or chickens
use a parking lot?
Yeah, just put a fucking Prius in the middle of a field, and there you go.
Good point. Just nothing but line an area with nothing but car door handles.
Problem is, it'd have to be cleaned all the time because we all know that birds only poop on.
That's creating jobs. This is a win-win situation.
Wow, was this sounding a lot like what was that thing we were talking about that people harvested?
Bad shit?
Oh no, that's right. We talked. Did we talk about that? There was some island where like birds had seagull shit that they were harvesting.
No, this is new to me.
Oh, I'm trying to remember where I got that from. Then it must have been some podcast. That's right, it was another podcast.
But
yeah,
you cheating whore.
They were talking. Well, I wasn't on it. I was listening to it. That's why I got it confused with us. No, there was some island. I can't remember where, but anyway, it was like the perfect thing in that it was like nothing on it, but it was the only land for miles and miles, so these seagulls would stop there, and it was just caked in centuries of bird poop. And so when they discovered it, they just started sending people there to literally mine the bird poop.
Look, I'm just saying, we go to Shark Tank, we ask them for enough money to get 3 Priuses, and we got a business going, and we're even creating jobs.
Well, anyway,
I kind of agree,
but unfortunately, by the time the men had seen the doctors, it sounds kind of like they were all going to see time traveling people in police boxes.
Down.
Gone to see the doctors. Their cases gotten quite severe, causing other problems like secondary infections and sepsis.
Oh,
despite treatment, they eventually died from complications of the infection.
Let me tell you, I've had sepsis. It is not fun.
Both men had a history of other medical issues that may have made them more vulnerable to severe illnesses, such as emphysema or past heart surgery.
Possibly diabetes?
Who knows? There was 59 and 64.
So yes, diabetes.
Exposure to bat guano among cannabis growers appears to be a recent trend that can lead to histoplasmosis cases and outbreaks, the researchers wrote in the paper published in the journal Open Forum Infectious Diseases. Histoplasmosis is a rare diagnosis. Between 3,000 and 7,000 cases may occur annually in the U.S., according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Mike, do you realize you had poetry?
Yeah, I was thinking, like, that sounds like something out of a Lin-Manuel Miranda rap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just trying to read it smoothly. And
no, it's not bad. I'm just saying,
you did good.
I imagine it on Broadway.
But the researchers are worried that cannabis growers are likely in the dark about the potential dangers posed by bat guano. They note that guano is commonly touted online as a natural superfood for growing cannabis because of its richness in nitrogen and other compounds.
Yeah, but they also believe there are drones out there.
But neither federal nor local agencies appear to currently test commercially sold guano for the fungus. And given that cannabis and cannabis growing is only expected to become more popular as legalization expands, the researchers argue that more should be done to educate people about this exposure risk and to keep fungus-tainted guano fertilizer away from customers. Quote, it's crucial to raise awareness among physicians and patients to reinforce personal preventative measures and establish timely diagnosis. Commercial biofertilizers containing bat guano should be tested for Histoplasma capsulatum before reaching the market, they wrote. If testing is not feasible, risk mitigation strategies should be implemented. Look, I just want to say, if I'm going to be working with bat guano, even before knowing this, I felt like I would want at least some kind of like respirator. Sorry, people. Hit my microphone. Some kind of respirator or something.
Yeah. I also feel like, David, I think we just actually heard Mike's new single. I think this was
I was
it.
just going to say, like, Mike's soapbox there, he got really animated and hit the microphone. That's how you know he's passionate about this.
Well, I was miming putting something on my face. The microphone.
Yes. For the very visual medium that is his podcast, you have to mime something for your face.
Look, I can be.
Hey, I'm doing hand motions all the time when we're doing this.
I can be a hand.
Yeah, nobody knows when you're dancing like on a podcast.
Now,
nobody knows I'm podcasting naked.
I do.
Kevin does.
I would like all of our listeners out there, if anyone is musically inclined, please take Mike's reading of this story and put it to some lo-fi beats and send it back to us.
Mike spitting guano.
We do need a lo-fi mix on our channel of just like us reading like stories to a lo-fi beat and then just like let that run for 3 hours.
What I think we ought to do is we need to like put together like a music playlist that is lo-fi beats, but instead of the little anime girl, it's like a Kentucky goblin.
No, exactly.
Sitting at a desk, eating the cat. But like, I don't know, man. It's fungus with us all the time. Fungus, Christmas trees. It's just the same goddamn thing. But like, I don't know. I'm not really comfortable with the idea of us using bat guano and ordering it through the mail. It's kind of like how Delta 8 gummies are not like, great for you.
There's nothing wrong with bat guano. It's just bat guano that has.
Oh, it did kill 2
people. I know,
people.
But it's not regulated.
So
regulated.
Regulate that shit.
You do it, Mike. Regulators, mount up.
You know what else isn't regulated?
What?
The bats. Nobody regulates the bats.
Well, they're trying to well, that's not really regulation. There's like there's a fungal infection going around that gets on bats' noses that's killing out whole cave ecosystems that they're trying to like curtail. Like, because when I went to the cave, they're like, if you have been in any caves in the following states, you cannot go into this cave.
That was like 10 years ago.
Wow.
Yes.
It's still going. I read up on it.
Bat face fungus.
Yeah, pretty much. It's this horrible white.
I wonder if they're getting it from the guano.
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember because it was 10 years ago, and there's been a lot of alcohol between then and now.
Oh, that wasn't that much.
I know, but still. Well, thank you for that, Mike. Okay. Do you got any other thoughts on it?
That was a pretty shitty story.
But oh wow, David.
Regulate these nuts.
Regulate these nuts or D's nuts? D's nuts. Okay, good. Fucking locally. No, don't locally source. That's what the dude did. Find a reputable batshit dealer.
Well, that's the reputable dealers aren't testing for this fungus either. Look, I think the simple takeaway here is just wear a fucking respirator if you're dealing with bat shit.
I mean, just fucking get good.
Skill issue.
I mean,
get good, bitches.
Well, it's just wear some PPE. We've learned, PPE.
Wear gloves.
Don't. Yep.
You're not getting out.
Don't
put
rub
a mask on.
The bat shit on your face.
Yeah. Don't huff it.
This whole story, I kept trying to not think about Ace Ventura 2. Because, he's after the giant white bat, and it's like, guano. Just that whole thing. And now I'm thinking about the rhino, so I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
So, David, after Mike's batshit insanity, what have you got?
This falls into my cephalopods being really fucking awesome. So this was on Popular Mechanics.
Okay.
Went up December 13th. Title
Oh, did they build a cephalopod?
No. So it's by Sarah Wells, and it's titled, If Humans Die Out, Octopuses Already Have the Chops to Build the Next Civilization, Scientists Claims.
Okay, the two things I'm thinking are, number one, duh, and number two, also crabs.
Again, this is just more propaganda, like pro-octopus propaganda, which I'm here for. I love octopus. Yeah.
That's fair. No, I got you.
This is literally just The Future is Wild.
This is Lovecraft.
Sorry, I have to do a reading here. Okay, here we go. Earth is no stranger to extinctions. As scientists have discerned from fossil records, species on Earth have already passed through 5 mass extinction events in the planet's lifetime, including the last mass extinction roughly 65 million years ago that wiped out the dinosaurs.
But the night is young.
Now the scientists believe that we might be in the midst of another. Humans' impact on biodiversity, both habitat loss and the effects of man-made climate change, have caused irreversible damage to wildlife, argues a 2023 paper published in the journal PNAS, which I don't know what that stands for. 50% of species could be lost by 2080 if humans do not curb greenhouse gas emissions and deforestation, suggests a 2022 paper in Nature. It's also possible that sudden extinction events, such as nuclear war or even another massive asteroid, could wipe out the species, including humans and apes, even sooner. That begs the question, if our days are numbered, what species might rise up from the ashes to take our place? And does anyone guess?
It's going to be octopi.
According to biologist... Yeah,
or roaches.
According to biologist Tim Coulson, PhD, who researches ecology and evolution at the University of Oxford, our unexpected successors may be found on today's sushi menus. Quote, there are very many species of octopus, not just one species like humans, and they live in a wide variety of habitats, including deep ocean habitats as well as coastal habitats, he says. Although some populations and some species may fare badly, I think there's an opportunity for others to survive, radiate, and to diverge over evolutionary time to colonize a wide variety of habitats, including coastal habitats. Plus, it would help the octopus's cause if humans stopped hunting and eating them, Coulson says. Yeah, so while this idea may seem improbable on its face, and Coulson is the first to admit there's a lot of scenarios where octopuses don't rise to power, it wouldn't be the first time that an ocean-dwelling species took advantage of a land species extinction to adapt and evolve. In fact, that's exactly how humans' mammal ancestors rose to prominence, says Andrew Witten, PhD, a professor of zoology and psychology at the University of St. Andrews. So, let's see. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Octopuses also have a number of advantages already that could set them up for developing more advanced intelligence, Coulson says. For example, certain species of octopus have been observed using tools in the wild, such as carrying coconut shells as a form of armor and shelter, and have used tools to solve mazes in laboratory settings. Coulson says that octopuses in captivity have even been seen escaping their tanks to visit other octopuses in nearby tanks. Also, I want to add that I've seen video of them going into other tanks to eat the fish. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I've seen a lot of footage. It makes me go, we're fucked.
The kind of intelligence that makes this possible is a little different from how we imagine human intelligence, says Andy Dobson, PhD, professor of ecology and evolutionary biology at Princeton University. Instead, an octopus's intelligence may be almost more computer-like. Quote, octopuses seem to have highly evolved nervous systems, although I'm not sure we'd call the dense concentration of neurons that connect their 8 limbs and huge eyes a brain. It's more a massive data processing center, Dobson says. Their intelligence derives from having multiple limbs and 2 huge eyes to sense their environment. Let's see. While octopuses are not the only species to demonstrate high levels of intelligence, Coulson says that dexterity is a key attribute that sets octopuses apart. Quote, they're highly dexterous and able to use their 8 limbs to manipulate all sorts of objects, he says. And although crows and various birds are able to bend bits of wire in their beaks or drop stones into water to raise water levels and reach food, they haven't got the dexterity that octopuses appear to. A lot of that comes from octopuses lacking vertebrae and everything like that.
And they can bend and all kinds of...
like, a lot of this is stuff that we know. But here we go. Octopuses are not well set up to build a human-like society because of their social habits. The fact that they are not likely to develop a culture, Godfrey Smith says. When I talk about culture, I mean the ability to learn from others in your society. For octopuses, the first move they'd have to make is to become more social and also bring up their young differently. Godfrey Smith explains that octopuses inherit very little culture, at least as we humans experience it, from their parents at birth, as both are nearly non-existent in their upbringing. To develop a closer-knit society, octopuses may need to develop more intergenerational connections, he says. And it basically, within the past 50 to 100 million years of existence, there's been no sign of that. Likely not going to change anytime soon. But in their defense, scientists have observed in the last decade that some octopus species may be more social than others, with some octopuses living in groups of 10 or more. But then also, like, there's that thing that our influence as humans may be limiting their evolutionary chances automatically. But, yeah.
Right. Because we're filling the niche.
I find that fascinating. Like, it's that big, like, what if question. But yeah, like, the social element is one thing that I've not really thought about much, but it makes a lot of sense. But that's also if we're trying to think about it in terms of, like, are our successors going to be social like humans, or is it going to be kind of a different thing entirely?
I don't know. I think there has to be some social going on because everything we've built has been as a society. Like, you notice the lone wolf that goes off and lives in a cabin doesn't really, come up with, like, it's an advanced society.
In the defense of the lone wolf who lives in a cabin, they often write manifestos and get on the national news.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
Yeah, and then never breed.
We stand on the shoulders of giants. Like, all the advances we make are on top of all the advances everybody else has made, throughout history. And without a working society,
I'm starting to wonder if, like, maybe, like, they do mention the last 10 years or so, they've observed kind of more social clusters of octopuses, but also, like, I don't know, with the way that, like, climate change is affecting them, I almost wonder if that's going to be something that's going to end up pushing octopuses to be more. Apparently it's octopuses.
Octopi. Actually, I think both are correct. Kind of like dived and dove.
But I don't know, because we've seen videos of, like, them doing this really cool, crazy shit, right? So I'm wondering if climate change might affect their behavior enough to where they start socializing in such a way.
Well, you know what this article just did? It predicted the snorks.
Yeah, but I think it would take a while to become, for octopi to start making social groups like, we see chimpanzees and other
but I think it's also like a possibility.
Where,
and
mutual,
and the thing is,
aid and
it would be
support.
It would all be more likely if,
once we kill you... Like, once the cosmic death fungus kills us, we won't be polluting things as much. So,
God damn it, David! Stop taunting the YouTube listeners.
But no, it's one of those things where it's like, no, like, I feel like if there is going to be a successor species to humans, most likely it is going to be the octopus.
Like if dolphins ever developed like hands, I'd say it'd be them. But
they're going to be off Earth before that because they're going to get pulled up into the sky and thank the fish.
Also, and when you think about it, there kind of are already hands. They're just hands with a brain.
Well, yeah, but I think it takes more than just dexterity and a clever brain to become a I don't know what you would say, do like what we did.
Be cool as shit.
The comparison of, like, the octopus and the way the octopus processes information to being like that of a computer. So then it's like if artificial intelligence could be a future, like, I don't know if you want to say like a species or something, right? Like, what are the mechanics of that, and can you apply those to the evolutionary path of an octopus and kind of go in that same direction?
Well, so that's the other thing is that humans have done shit just because it
Put
was
it on
cool
TikTok.
or to get chicks. So I think thinking like a computer would not help create advanced technologies because there's no drive there. You know, the amount of people that invented stuff because they hate or, you know, really, really like somebody is, you know, staggering.
Well, can I just say I look forward to the future where octopi rule the sea and
You're just pulling Ken
corvids
Brockman
rule
here. I, for one,
land
welcome
and
our
air.
octopus overlords.
Yes.
What are you talking about? People are like cockroaches. We're never going to die out.
We'll just look. It'll be like man
We are
after
literally
man, and we're
every
just gonna be
animal
the horrible
on the planet.
snow monkey
Just, you know,
things.
some of us are like rabbits. Some of us are monkeys.
Just
I think doomsayers really overlook how ingenious and adaptable people
But then
are.
you
We
also
live
got
in
people
every
who are buying
climate
back
except
guano on the
Antarctica.
internet and inhaling it.
Well, yeah, and those people aren't gonna, you know, last. But the ones that, you know, can build a cabin, you know, out in the new lush lands of
Shit.
northern Canada, you know, we'll you know, inherit the earth.
But yeah, like, no, I think
Man.
octopus,
Wow.
like they're cool. Like I love getting stories about that shit. They're great. Yeah.
no. I mean, I
We're
get it.
very
It's like Mike and his
pro-cephalopod
fungus.
on this show.
And you know, maybe
Hey, and none of them died in this story.
maybe in 50,000 years, the, you know, descendants of the tropical Canadian Republic will meet the
And then breed.
seafaring octopus
Like a
clans.
Japanese hentai.
And they'll hate each other, and, like, you know, I have no idea what, you know, what weapons the
Crabs.
cephalopod Canadian war will be fought with.
The
I know the war after that
the
one
octopus
was
people ride onto
dissolved.
shore on like crabs, like giant crabs.
No, see, they have little crab mechs
Our
with like
squishy bodies
with
are
like
protected.
a bubble over it, so, you know, they're in water. It's like a little
Oh man,
yes.
This sounds like something Cobra Commander would come up with.
It's like a cross between Avatar and the heads in jars and Futurama.
shit.
Oh god. Oh, it's Kang and Kodos.
Yeah, you know,
Oh,
and then you
except
flip it
more
over
crab
for
mech.
massive damage.
Yeah, but just the bubble thing. I was like, holy shit,
Shit.
man. This man,
Do you know
I
a better way
love
to transfer
science and how
nutrients?
stupid we make it. Oh God. Well, thank you for that. And you know what? I was scrolling through Blue Sky, and the picture I literally just came on is an octopus
Fuck
with a Glock
yes.
in each tentacle.
I
So
love
that's it. They called it the Glock.
I would get that tattoo on me.
Oh my God, this is amazing. I'm gonna send this
Yeah,
to
of
you
course.
guys here in a minute. But thank you for that, David. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with our next batch of stories and our segment for the week and Mike's Santa theory. So we will be right back after this.
Hey man, what's got you off in your phone there?
Oh, just going through all the funny Mothman memes and supernatural shit posts I've been wanting to share. I just don't know where to put the posts yet.
Don't you know about the Supernatural Selection Discord?
We have a Discord?
Yeah, for years, dude. Where have you been?
Can people chat with the hosts and get previews of upcoming episodes and generally post funny shit as much as they want with other listeners?
I mean, if that's your bag. I mean, personally, I wouldn't do that, but There are even live streaming events for the shows there, too. You've been in a few. How do you not know this stuff?
It must have been my doppelganger. How do I get into the Discord?
It's easy. Just visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com. Now say that 3 times fast.
Well, that's perfect. Now I can share 3 terabytes of Hollow Earth memes. Get it? Terabytes.
Never mind. Forget I said anything. Just don't do that. You should definitely not visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com to join the Discord. We don't want you there.
Too late. I'm already posting my alien abduction fan fiction with the general chat.
Join the hosts and listeners of Supernatural Selection on the official Discord. Just visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com.
Welcome back to the Cheese Cast. Halfway between each show, I always get a piece of podcast cheese, and the guys make fun of me for it.
No, I expect the cheese, and when it's not a presence in the podcast, I get concerned.
Oh, it's always there. I just don't always talk about it.
Yeah, there's a time where I was concerned that you didn't get the cheese, and like, oh no, what's going on?
I was too busy eating the cheese to bring up the cheese.
Okay, wait. I got another question for you, gentlemen. So, in the nature of like Bing Crosby like singing Christmas standards and that sort of thing, if we were to do like a Supernatural Selection Christmas standard where all 3 of us were to sing a song, what would the Christmas song be? What is the most Supernatural Selection song for that? What do you think?
There's a song by, I believe, Fountains of Wayne called I Want an Alien for Christmas.
There you go.
That's my choice.
You know what? Maybe if we get to a certain number of patrons or something, we could do that.
Good luck getting me to do that.
No, yeah, that's part of the fun of it. Is we would all sound terrible.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
How about just we all try to sing the Mariah Carey Christmas song? We're very terrible at it.
Oh, Mike knocked me out of Whamageddon.
Oh no, you got.
Yeah,
yep.
Well,
I still haven't heard Mariah Carey, but I got knocked out of Whamageddon.
Like, dude, I'm fucking risking it right now because I was on the radio. I was listening to the radio when I was running an errand, and they were playing Christmas songs, and I'm just like, oh god, please don't happen.
Yeah, I was worried I was going to hear Mariah Carey on the way home.
I'm already lost, so I don't care.
Yeah, I know you don't care. I care.
Oh, man.
Excuse me. So, guys, our next article is from English, folks. WV News, which is West Virginia's news. Article is by The Final Experiment. That's who wrote the article.
Okay.
It sounds
like I'm glad they're finished.
That sounds disturbingly German in nature. But articles from December 4th, 2024, and it's Pastor taking flat earthers to Antarctica to end the debate.
Yeah, I heard about this.
Yeah, this is a different one because, the one group is flat earthers going to try to prove that the earth is flat. This is a pastor taking people to prove to the flat earthers that it's flat.
Oh.
Or that that's not flat.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I saw some video of flat earthers in Antarctica. Go ahead.
Okay. A pastor from Colorado hopes to end the debate over the shape of the earth. Pastor Will Duffy's plan to bring both flat earthers and globe earthers to Antarctica. Shouldn't that read flat earthers and sane people?
Yes.
Okay. On December 14th, 4 flat earthers and 4 globe earthers will fly to Antarctica for what is being labeled the final experiment. On the globe, Antarctica is an island continent at the southernmost part of the world. But on a flat Earth, Antarctica is an ice wall that encircles all the other continents and holds in all the world's oceans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's all on a giant snowball. For years, flat earthers have said that Antarctica holds the key to proving the Earth is flat, but not a single flat earther has ever been to Antarctica. TheFinalExperiment.com. Why? Okay, then there's just a link to TheFinalExperiment.com.
So this is a promoted article. If they're the author,
I guess so.
Okay.
It says, why not? They said the Antarctic Treaty of 1959 prevented them from going. And one of the reasons they believe the Antarctic Treaty was put in place was to specifically prevent people from visiting Antarctica during the summer, which is right now in the southern hemisphere. Visiting Antarctica in the summer is important because on the globe, the sun should not set in much of Antarctica during the summer due to the tilt of the Earth. But on a flat Earth, since Antarctica is an ice wall encircling the rest of the world, the sun must rise and set each day. It could never circle in the sky all 24 hours like it does in Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
A little over 3 years ago, Pastor Will Duffy was made aware that people still believe the Earth is flat when a longtime friend of his posted about it on Facebook.
Look, I mean, people will believe anything. Like, they'll believe that, like, there's a magic person in the sky, but, like, flat Earth is too far for this priest.
Okay, fair, but at least he's, taking a stand on the good part.
No, I do appreciate that. I find the whole situation very funny.
Yeah. And he decided to take matters into his own hands.
Guns a-blazing.
Yep. Gonna go out just the old-fashioned way. Since flat earthers said for years that Antarctica will show the world the truth about the shape of the Earth, Duffy decided the easiest solution would be to just go to fucking Antarctica. Will Duffy added, quote, I created the final experiment to end this debate once and for all. After we go to Antarctica, no one has to waste any more time debating the shape of the Earth. There's a link to a video to the channel for the final experiment.
Mm-hmm.
On December 14th, Duffy and the other 8 participants of the final experiment, 4 flat earthers and 4 globe earthers, will fly with Antarctic Logistics and Expeditions to Union Glacier, Antarctica. As soon as they get off the plane and onto the ice, the clock will start. For the next 24 hours, they will monitor and film the sun. If it stays in the sky for 24 hours, the globe is confirmed. The real question is, will the flat earthers change their mind? And it follows with media contact for Will Duffy, which is like his actual phone number and email and the website and everything.
Huh.
So, I knew that there were flat earthers planning to go on their own. This is the first one I've read about organized by this guy. Mike, is this the same story?
So I don't know. It sounds the same. What I saw the video from didn't mention anything about it. It was just flat Earth people in Antarctica saying that, that they were there and they've seen the sun in the sky for 24 hours. So that just means they have to rethink their
cosmological model.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I knew that wouldn't change your mind.
There's something going on here, but
yeah, it's obviously a drone.
Earth's still flat, but it just means that it's flat in a way we didn't think about before. Like
God
maybe the
damn
flat Earth kind of warps itself around a spheroid type shape.
I want to slap you just on principle because that's what they're. Oh God! Damn it.
The flat Earth is the fondant on the cake that is a molten core. So
it is on the back of 4 elephants on the back of a turtle.
So here's my biggest problem is that with their disk Earth theory is that if the sun just moved around the disk Earth, right, it would never set. It would never go below the horizon.
Sure it would. It's got to go under.
No, because they say that the sun just moves around. It's like if you're holding a flashlight over a record and just moving the spot of the flashlight around, to different parts of the record. They never say the sun goes under the disc.
Wait, so is this theory even dumber than I thought it was?
It depends on who you're talking to. Because I've heard the theory that it goes under the disk.
Kevin, if it went under the disk, then there'd be sunlight in no parts of the Earth for part of it. And that's demonstrably not happening.
Well, so's the flat Earth demonstrably not happening, but that doesn't stop them.
Well, there's flat. Look, if it's sunny somewhere in the world, and it's easy to prove that it is.
Well, it's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Well, true, but that's what their combated that theory was. With the sun just moves around in a circular motion centered around the North Pole.
You know what this reminds me of is the fact that in Disk World, the center of the disk is frozen because the sun doesn't go there.
Yeah.
You know, how do flat earthers explain, like in Australia, the toilet water going the other way?
Magic.
They say that doesn't happen. I guess I don't know. Because it's, as far as I know,
no
it's not,
flat earther has ever been to Australia.
As far as I understand, I'm pretty sure there's lots of flat earthers in Australia. But
I can only imagine.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing. They call it the down under. Down under of what, motherfucker?
But the swirling.
Touche.
From what I understand, the swirling thing though doesn't always happen, one way or the other. Like you can get, I don't know which way is supposed to be. Is supposed to be clockwise in the north and
I don't
counterclockwise.
remember.
But anyway, you can get in the north. You can get both forms of swirling. It's just usually if there's no flow to the water, it'll tend to go one direction.
So it's not an absolute. It's just more likely.
Yeah, if the water has any kind of pre-existing like movement, say if the water's already kind of swirling in one direction, it'll kind of keep that motion as it drains out. But,
so you don't need the elaborate system from that episode of The Simpsons.
But it's The Simpsons, so they're obviously gonna take the piss out of things. But yeah, no, you can get the different swirl directions in both northern and southern hemispheres.
Witchcraft, got it.
Yes, witchcraft.
That's it.
I see you've played Knifey Spoony before.
Well, and the flat earthers would just say that, well, if they're further out on the disc, therefore they get different swirl. They get the different swirl out there.
So how does this fit in with the Hogfather?
I don't know. I've never read the book.
Okay. I hate this. I want them to abandon the flat Earth theory and just go back to the theory that we're on the inside of the sphere, and if you build a powerful enough telescope, you can see what's going on the other side of the world by looking straight up.
So, did I ever tell you my experiment for telling if the Earth is flat or not?
Fucking seeing all those videos?
No, I mean it's a pretty easy thing to say. So, say you have a wall and you put an object in front of the wall that casts a shadow, right?
Mm-hmm.
As the sun goes down, if the sun quote unquote goes down, or it moves away or whatever it's doing, if you think about it, if the sun never goes below the level you're at, the shadow will never be taller than the object in front of the wall, correct? But if the sun is actually going lower than the horizon, the shadow of the object on the wall will at one point become taller than the object.
Are you asking me to do high school physics in the middle of a podcast?
It's not high school. It's just simple like shadow casting. If you're holding a flashlight and you're shining it on an object and casting a shadow on the wall, as you lower the flashlight down, the shadow on the wall will get taller than the object.
Yeah, no,
I've literally not had enough sleep for this.
No, I feel you, but also it's like, no, I don't want to do physics right now, Mike.
This isn't a complex. This is just a simple, thought experiment.
Motherfucker, I'm an English major.
I don't know why that hit me just the right way.
Probably the lack of sleep.
That too, yes.
No, I understand what you're saying, but also, like, I don't want to process this shit right now. But no, I get it. I get you.
I think we're on the inside of the globe. Fuck your theories.
The sun is just a the glowing butt of some weird insect.
No,
crawling around.
It's the Earth's core, and there are vast, almost invisible dark things that cover it, and that's where night comes from.
Jesus Christ.
But the sun moves up and down in the sky.
I just told you a theory that Hitler believed.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but I knew that had to be somebody's actual.
No, he
literally
tried to get them to build a telescope pointing straight up so he could watch England on the other side of the interior.
Which doesn't make sense. Like,
dude,
didn't
he have syphilis?
Yeah, no, absolutely. He was addled by drugs and disease.
There you go. Oh, right, I forgot the drugs, the intense amount of drugs.
Yeah, Hitler's drug regimen is fascinating.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Listen to Behind the Bastards for more on that.
Mm-hmm. With the Honorable Robert Evans.
Yes, the Right Honorable Robert Evans. New Mexican judge.
Well, we could be judges in New Mexico one day if we really wanted.
Well, I'm a wizard. That counts for more.
There you go.
Yeah. So... Anyway, a man of God has decided that flat Earth is entirely too stupid and took people down there. And all it did was make him go, got to build a new model.
Recalibrating.
God damn it.
Oh, my God.
So, definitely either they're grifters or had very big cognitive dissonance on that one.
Oh, I'm going with the cognitive dissonance for these dumb motherfuckers. Mike.
Yeah.
It's your turn.
It's my turn.
It's time to journey once again into the Santaverse.
Ho.
So, my theory...
Merry bullshit.
Jesus Christ. So, I heard the distortion on that.
Dang it.
What's that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just heard the distortion on that.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. I love it. Sorry, Mike. You go.
Didn't expect a whole production here.
Sorry. You deserve an intro for this.
Well, I don't know. It's a pretty shitty take, and I don't have a whole lot prepared for it. So
okay, well, it's
be
fine.
Prepared to be whelmed.
Not over, not under, just straight up whelmed.
This year, I think Santa is an alien.
Ooh.
Okay. Give me your thoughts.
Well, one, he's too good for this world.
That I can believe.
I mean, he's just giving toys a fuck away. He could be making billions of dollars off these toys, but he's giving them away.
I've discovered the secret of building a Sega Master System with a wooden mallet.
Yeah, and these elves, if they're really elves, they're building fucking Sony PlayStations out of a rudimentary shop, supposedly in the South Pole.
Okay, so
sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to push back against your theory because I think the way that Santa is actually making the money, it's all market research. He is a consultant.
He's not making any money.
Huh?
He's not making money, though.
He's not making money on the giving of the presents, but the research he's doing on the markets. Because, not everybody gets their PlayStation 4 from Santa Claus, right?
Are you telling me he's doing research and selling the information to Northrop Grumman?
Yeah, literally the kids write the letters to him, and he uses that marketing data, and he gives it to the manufacturers, and that lets them know, okay, we need to make more Sony PlayStations or Nintendo GameCubes.
Oh my God, I think Santa may have created the knife missile.
No. Like I said, Santa's an alien.
Yes, okay.
He is way too altruistic to be human.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's also flies around in a UFO. Mm-hmm. All UFOs are actually Santa's sleigh.
All of them?
All of them.
All of them.
Every single one that cannot be positively identified
is Santa in his sleigh. Okay.
He just happens to have triangular looking marker lights on it.
Now, do you think Santa's going to avoid New Jersey this year, given the current?
I'm going down.
So, while yes, they are shooting at drones, I think Santa's tech can defeat just a few, regular human bullets.
This is like playing like a pretend shooting game with another kid. Like every time you bring up a question, like, no, I've got armor against that.
Well, no, Santa.
Look, one of those guys winged me.
Look, Santa flew.
How many missions over Nam did he fly?
Well, in his spaceship, he traversed the the interstellar medium.
Mm-hmm.
His shit is hardened against micrometeorite impacts at significant portions of the speed of light. Do you think a 9mm bullet traveling at 1,500 meters per second is going to do jack shit to his?
With
tech?
all the milk that he drinks, his bones are probably super dense too.
Oh God, that's true. He might be like a squat from 40K from like a high gravity world.
Or actually the whole Santa guys is just like an armored suit because he's actually just a little green man.
Oh, dude, is Santa part of the Imperium of Man?
Not yet, but he could eventually turn out to be the emperor.
Oh my God, Santa Claus is the God Emperor of mankind.
But he wouldn't be a man then, would he? If he was an alien,
he's a right jolly
No,
old
but
elf.
that's okay. Now, here's a question
He's a
for you,
towel.
Mike. I'm not gonna try to poke in it. I don't know. That's possible, but it does lead to my question, Mike. What kind of alien is he? You've heard you were there for the episode All Them Aliens.
Yeah.
Where is he from? He's not a Nordic.
No.
Yeah, that tracks.
He's not a Lyran.
I think he's a gray that is defected. He's here and he's trying to he has problems with the current gray what are the gray aliens called?
Zeta Reticulans?
I guess. Yeah, okay, if that's what they are. He is
3 years
distraught
in
with the Zeta Reticulan High Command or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he is defected to Earth and through the guise of Santa's hoping to lift Earthians out of their, pathetic existence into a more advanced and nice society.
Earthians.
That can, fight against the oppressors of the universe.
Can I just say this is the most engaged Mike has ever been with any of this bullshit?
Yeah, I love that we're 3 years in and Mike's like, what are the aliens called again?
Well, I don't remember what the Greys are called.
Zeta Reticulans.
I mean, he's not a mantis cuck. That's for
no.
sure.
Well, no, but I'm sure he's got one working for him.
Well, I mean,
those are the
he's
elves.
the supervisor of the factory.
now the big question is, what are the elves? Because the elves aren't the same species. As
no,
Santa.
they're the short grays.
Wait a minute. Are
Santa's a tall gray. They're the short grays.
or are the elves the same species as the Hopkinsville goblins?
Ooh, Mike. I think we've got another shirt we need to do.
Yeah, but then all those presents get chewed and humped on, because that's what those little goblin things are going to do.
Fair.
He enforces some strict
they've got
controls
collars.
on them, yeah.
Not
like that. More of he works on an incentive based system. If you don't hump or slobber on the presents, you get whatever your heart desires.
But I want to hump and chew on the presents.
You can hump and chew on this crocheted alpaca we made for you.
Jesus Christ!
Hump and chew on your own time. This is business hours.
Yes.
Okay, I really like this theory this year,
I'm
Mike.
enjoying
And besides, he's advanced. Most of the toys and shit are made by robots and automated machinery. So all the little goblins have to do really is be around for window dressing.
They just have to pull each other out of the mechanisms.
Yeah. It's like the Oompa Loompas, but just with more humping.
And I don't feel like the goblins are going to be nearly as
musical.
Their musical numbers are a sight to behold. Though.
Yeah, I was going to say the difference is it's thrash metal when it's the goblins.
I don't like the look of it.
Hoblin, goblin, yickety yay! I'm gonna hump you.
Every
That's
day.
all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hump you.
That's it. I'm just going to hump you at the end.
Oh man, and you're telling me we can't do a Christmas song?
I feel like we should do a Christmas episode next year that is just this.
We could
Just
do
this-
a radio
just
play
us-
about it. I got a guy who can produce it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. We all just do that. We write a radio play of Santa the alien while Mike comes up with a completely different theory next year. I actually am completely okay with this theory.
And
Mike.
I
Not gonna lie.
I could tell you enjoyed it because your voice shifted to Shaggy a little bit. When you,
Zoinks!
because that happens
any
when
other-
you're excited. You sound a little bit like Shaggy.
Well, I fucking woke up. That's like the biggest way to know I'm engaged in that I fucking woke up.
Any other questions about my batshit theory? Wait a minute, no, the batshit we already talked about.
Yeah, we did the bad shit.
So what are the reindeer exactly?
That's a good question.
Okay, I hope they're just like the wind-up ones from the movie Santa Claus.
Well, I was gonna
they're
say-
just laughing wind-up reindeer.
I was gonna say I think they are just anti-gravity pods dressed up as
No.
reindeer automatons.
No, they're the tall whites, and they're kinky.
They could be doing some,
No, you don't understand.
quadruped bondage.
You don't understand, man. Mike, the tall whites can shapeshift into like quadrupeds like horses.
So see, I just thought you were talking about like they're just people, like tall whites, like in human form, hunched over like reindeer wearing fake antlers.
I am not talking about British people, damn it. I am talking about the tall whites, the aliens over the tall grays.
Okay, so here's another question. What about Mrs. Claus?
Mrs.
That's
Claus,
a sex doll.
I was gonna say Mrs. Claus is just a beard.
Yeah.
She's there to to kind of like throw off the scent of the
Alien
people that get
Santa isn't out yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
'Cause,
know,
yeah, nobody knows he's alien Santa. I mean, they know Santa's there, but they just don't know that he's an alien.
you know how he keeps an eye on all the children, right?
Hmm.
What are you doing there? Do you have a pen I need to write down that you're a good boy?
Oh, you're saying the men in black work for him?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're a little too creepy.
Yeah.
They're like the villains in the Christmas special. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The keeping tabs on children, that's just kind of propaganda. He can't actually keep track of them. He just gives the kids presents.
Yeah,
no matter what.
those elves on the shelves are just like anti-Santa propaganda by the Men in Black. Also, send us money so we can do a claymation special about this.
Yeah. No, we need to bring Rankin Bass back so they can make this. I am gonna say I'm shockingly smitten with the idea of Zorblock, the alien Santa.
I like it.
Yep. Nope. I am down with this, y'all. This is great, Mike. Good job this year.
Yeah. And the only thing I had at the beginning of this was Santa's an alien.
And what we did is we ended our way into something.
We ended our way into the next CBS holiday special.
And one of the little goblins wants to be a dentist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I ripped my own teeth out, motherfucker.
Yukon Don Cornelius.
But who's the celebrity narrator here? Tell me why so? For the Christmas special?
Jim Neighbors is dead, right?
Yes.
Okay, damn. Garly, let me tell you about Alien Santa.
Likewise with Gilbert Godfrey.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, man.
All the good ones. That's a tough one.
Pedro Pascal, because he's in fucking everything now.
No.
We
Chris
couldn't
Pratt.
I was gonna say we couldn't afford him.
Chris Pratt's in everything.
Couldn't afford Chris Pratt either.
Jim Cummings doing his Winnie the Pooh voice.
Shit. Love it.
That's it. It's just a voice of Winnie the Pooh narrating the whole damn thing.
Mm-hmm. Dig it.
Yep. This is great. This is the best thing we've ever done. Mike,
Yeah.
thank you for that. That's great. Like, I am legit impressed. I'm happy.
Well, thank you.
I feel more Christmassy. So,
Well, Merry Alien Miss.
shit. Merry Graymas. David,
Mm-hmm.
what have you got for your last story?
Okay, well, this is from Earth.com.
It turns out Santa is an alien.
This is from Jordan Joseph, Earth.com staff writer. The title is New Forms of Life Discovered Inside Human Bodies.
God damn it.
Guys, could it be midichlorians?
I don't care what they are as long as they help me pay the rent.
Right?
I want to start charging them rent.
Yeah, he's fucking freeloaders.
Fuckers.
Every time we think we're close to fully understanding the human body, something fresh and unexpected shows up. Recently,
and horrifying.
Right? Recently, a team of researchers stumbled upon strange entities, or obelisks, living inside of human bodies that had escaped notice until now.
Obelisks.
Yes.
This is Grey's.
Okay, so their surprising presence challenges assumptions and raises pressing questions about what else might be lurking unseen inside us.
Jesus.
These new visitors appear smaller than the viruses most people learn about in basic biology classes. Rather than behaving like familiar microbes, they introduce themselves as something different. Their discovery came about when researchers began analyzing massive genetic libraries, searching for patterns that did not match any known organisms. This unusual find was led by Nobel Prize winner in medicine Andrew Thayer from Stanford University. What the researchers discovered are entities that they have chosen to call obelisks. They do not resemble typical life forms, and their names come from their distinctive shape. The more we look, the crazier we see, said Mark Pfeiffer, head and a cell and developmental biologist at the University of North Carolina. They resemble what scientists call viroids, which are infectious loops of RNA known for their effects on plants. Obelisks share certain traits with these plant pathogens, yet they appear in human-associated bacteria. According to Matthew Sullivan, an integrative biologist at Ohio State University, the health implications for humans remains unclear. So then this is about explaining RNA. We don't need that because we know how RNA works. Here we go. Viruses often have protective shells made of proteins. Obelisks seem to lack that familiar coat. Instead, they carry RNA instructions around in tiny loops. Unlike standard viruses, they do not appear to encode protein shells. These differences suggest that life's definitions may need some rethinking. It's not just a single type of obelisk. Thousands of unique varieties have turned up when scientists comb through genetic datasets. Discoveries have emerged from multiple locations around the world, indicating that these intruders are not rare oddities tucked away in one place. Not only are these obelisks found far and wide, but they also appear in different parts of the human body. They have cropped up in bacteria from the mouth and in those dwelling in the intestinal tract. The genetic signatures hint that distinct types prefer particular regions. This suggests an intricate relationship with our internal ecosystems, though it is too soon to say what they are doing there. Their unusual nature stirs questions about how viruses, viroids, and these newcomers might be related. A persistent puzzle has always been whether today's viruses originated from simpler RNA forms, or they started out as more complex and shed traits over time. Entities like obelisks add color to these debates, leaving scientists wondering how ancient these forms might be and how they took shape during the planet's biological history.
It can never just be teddy bears, can it? Like Schmoofy or something.
Right? Exactly. Obelisks do not slide neatly into existing categories. They are not standard viruses, not the classic bacteria, and not exactly viroids either. Their discovery hints that we may be missing entire classes of RNA-based life that challenge current textbooks. This complicates efforts to catalog and understand the full range of microbial life. This investigation involves scanning colossal gene catalogs to we know how that worked. It's, again, we don't know what the fuck's going on with them. We don't know what they do. We do know that they seem to be distinctive and they seem to be everywhere. So
I hate to say it, it probably is midichlorians.
Yeah, no. I for one, I'm looking forward to the Force.
We keep finding new stuff all the time, so
yeah.
I'm trying to. Oh, that was one I just heard about recently, and I can't remember what it was. But it was a similar thing where they found new, like, shit in our bodies that we just did not know about.
It was an organ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
No.
said,
Oh no. Well, okay. This is a different thing. Well, the one I was trying to think of was a something similar in a nano scale thing. But I did read a thing where they found that all of our like guts, like our intestines and stomach and everything, all the synchronization of that is controlled by a clump of nerve cells down in that area. There's basically like a tiny little brain that controls our digestion.
you have a gut brain.
Literally
Yeah, it
thinking with your
choreographs
stomach.
Yeah,
Yes.
it choreographs all your shit down there.
Mine is like challenged.
Yeah, yours might have a little bit of some difficulties there.
Yeah. It's got a crayon in it.
So someone at work's their brain is like just like
Gone.
It's like no, it's ADHD. It's like hyperactive.
Yeah. Dude can eat like a tortilla and get diarrhea.
Oh Jesus!
And just be in the bathroom all night.
Just like dry tortilla, and then that's it. Just the shitting.
Dry tortilla, wet shit. So,
Yep.
So here's the thing. I want to know what the fuck they do because I'm not comfortable with these things being in here, and I don't know what they contribute.
So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I wish I could remember the other story I read, but it was a similar thing in that we found something that kind of solved a puzzle of why or how something worked.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be the same thing. I'm sure they'll find that it's, it fills some role that we didn't realize we needed.
I'm gonna throw something out there, and Mike's gonna be like, "No, that's stupid," and I don't care because I just think it'd be something if they found out a way to like kill them off in a human, and it destroys the human soul. Like these things are what gives a human its soul.
These are the things that make people horny. You just get rid of them, people are no longer horny.
Damn.
No, I'm curious, like, because I know that we have like bacteria in our guts and everything that we need. I think there's even like bacteria in our lungs that has benefit to us. So, like, I want to know, how does this new obelisk dinking around inside my insides, how does it benefit me? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. It's your soul. That's my guess.
The soul
the
obelisk.
bacteria, the gut bacteria thing's interesting as fuck because I've seen things about people that, for like, say, getting chemo or something like that, that kills off all your gut bacteria. So they've had to do transplants. And some
Is this
people,
poop swapping?
Yeah, this is where they get a fecal transplant.
Yeah.
And they'll, like, overweight people have, like, all of a sudden they're not overweight anymore. I mean, obviously it took a while, but
because the biome in their stomach
but
changed.
due to the change in the gut flora, they're have different eating habits and different ways their absorption of nutrients is like completely different.
I don't know. I think the absolute most like intimate you could ever be with a person is by asking them for their poop to put inside you. That just seems like that is like, yeah.
Just get some fit person's poop and just...
Darling, my darling, could you please do me the honor of shitting in my ass?
Well,
this is not the proposal I was expecting, John.
So fecal transplants
Rings are
used to
still
be like
involved.
a very kind of disruptive thing. Sorry.
Yeah. No. I appreciate it.
Sorry.
I did a very, very stupid joke, but no, like, let's keep talking about fecal transplants, please.
God damn it.
So they used to be very invasive. You know how it happens nowadays?
Swab.
They stuff it in a pill.
I was really expecting
Like,
scatswap.avi.
They've gotten good to the point where they can like isolate the bacteria and just put it in a big pill, and you take a big old horse pill.
Take the poop pill. Take the poop pill.
Take the poop pill, Shinji. Or Ray's gonna have to.
Oh, Jesus. So, like, again, like, I find it fascinating. No, like, the whole gut bacteria thing is just incredible. I find it super fascinating because there's also that condition where, depending on your gut bacteria, you're not able to process alcohol, or you create alcohol in your stomach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Auto-brewery syndrome.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
that sucks.
That's where you end up having living yeast in your
you just
gut.
You cannot pass a field sobriety test.
Yeah, and those people, like all, functioning alcoholics, your tolerance for alcohol goes up. So these people are like blowing like they're drunk all the time, but they're
not
pretty sober.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't have to have a gut bacteria not to pass field sobriety tests. I had an uncle who never passed one.
Yeah. Well, I had one that could never pass one either, but that's because he was just drinking Taka 24/7.
Oh man, I don't know, man. Like the obelisk. Number one, like it's an interesting name, but also like ominous.
Yeah,
it is.
But like it's just again fascinating. Like we're finding new shit inside us.
It's very 2001.
Mm-hmm. Like this.
Oh, at least they weren't monoliths. Jesus.
Yeah, no. It looks like. It sounds like this is like a plot point for another Resident Evil movie. We found the obelisk gene.
Fuck.
We engineered it and we created super tyrants. Yeah. So
we found a way to cause a creature to organically grow a missile launcher for a leg.
Well, and here's the thing. Maybe they are midichlorians. We can only hope.
It's how we hear the will of God.
What if they were?
Oh my God! It's the Jesus organism.
With a name like Obelisk, you think you'd be hearing Ra.
That's true.
Yeah.
What if they're midi-chlorians and that you can make awesome synth music?
Love it.
They're the Moog virus.
Which sounds like a good virus name.
The mini Moogs. I'm infected with mini Moogs.
Oh man.
Wow, I'm a little paranoid about this one, Dave.
Yeah, no, it's
kind of
fucked, man.
fucks with me.
I fucked with your Christmas spirit because we don't know what these things do.
Mike, how do you feel about it?
I mean, they're already there, so therefore, there's nothing really be fucked up about.
What if they're the spirit of Christmas?
Yeah.
Inside all of us.
Well, it's inside. It is inside all of us.
Oh,
all the time.
Christ.
And maybe some people feel an imbalance of that. Like maybe they just don't have as many, and then they become Ebenezer Scrooge.
No, I was going to say they go through like every stored bit of genetic material they've ever discovered, and it turns out the only one that didn't have it was Hitler.
Or imagine like the only other person in history that has it is Hitler, and how much that would suck.
Oh man,
it's the tyrant.
You have Hitler's disease. I'm sorry, son. We have to put you to death.
Oh, shit. Got a case of the Hitlers.
I'm sorry, I just want to be a painter. Yeah, you got to die, boy.
Oh, man.
Well, that's fucked up. Speaking of fucked up, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the return of everyone's favorite segment from Supernatural Selection. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Phantoms and Monsters Theater. Hello, I am Lord Kevin B. Wellington, and this is Phantoms and Monsters Theater. Once again, thank you
Play the
for
whole
indulging
song.
me.
Play the whole song.
No, God, no. Jesus Christ.
We should just keep playing the whole song every time.
It's a minute and a half.
Hell yeah.
No. I got a clip I insert. I'm getting a new one. So, I've had one set aside for a while.
Ooh, it's a Christmas
present. I was gonna do this one before, but I discovered the weird ass Oompa Loompas fucking in the guy's zucchini that week.
So you're saying you've had this one tucked in the closet for Christmas, and you're finally busting it out for us?
I have, and this one, I don't know. This one is kind of the title at least is special. It's actually from November 13th, so it's been in the hopper for a bit. Alligator Man versus Werewolf? Question mark? Upright cryptids fight to the death in southern Georgia.
It's literally just Rampage, the video game.
Someone did a really horrible AI generated image of an alligator man fighting a werewolf, and it's kind of badass. Anyway, so 2 southern Georgia hunters encounter 2 remarkable upright cryptids at the same location. The hunters then watch the cryptid pair fight as one kills the other. The following testimony was forwarded to me. Let's see if I can remember the voice. 2 men, Art and Charlie, out hunting on... Let me see. There are no quotes, so let me start that over. 2 men, Art and Charlie, out hunting on private property in southern Georgia, observed something come out from tall grass. It was across a small pond, but they could see it clearly. It brought its head up out of the grass and looked around. At that point, it stood up on its hind legs. It was around 6.5 feet tall with a blocky or alligator-like head. That is not the same thing, sir. It had large claws, a big tail, and a rounded snout, though it was not as long as a typical alligator's. It walked up to the pond and then jumped in. It began to swim in their direction, but stopped in the middle and stared at them. The 2 experienced hunters thought about shooting it, but decided against it. This is the one time where I'd be like, no, fuck it, shoot it, kill the thing.
No, Jim Bob, this one lives.
It's so damn majestic. I feels a stirring in my loins.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, at that point, off to the right, about 50 yards away, they saw coming out of the tree line a 7-foot-tall dog-like creature walking on its hind legs. One of the men looked at it through his scope and noted it looked like a dang werewolf.
And you know that they had to censor that. It was a fucking werewolf.
Yeah, it was a goddamn werewolf.
You goddamn vampire. that Andy Daly character just killed me.
Oh, God. It appeared to be watching the reptile creature intently, taking no notice of the hunters. It walked up to the water, crouched down, and then began drinking as a human would, using its paws.
Just, hey, I saw you from the other side of the pond. I like your
Missed
vibe.
connections.
I liked your vibe.
Use it. Yeah, I use my paws to drink all the time, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It then peered over at the hunters. As this happened, the reptile creature vanished under the water. It suddenly popped up about 12 feet away from the bank, almost in front of the wolf-like creature. At that point, the wolf creature backed away. Evidently, the reptile creature drifted back out into the water, and the dog-like creature returned to drinking water. A few moments later, as the dog creature walked along the shore, the reptile creature, which had been moving around the pond, launched an all-out attack on the dog creature.
Missiles and everything.
Knife missiles. Springing out of the water, the 2 fought. The reptilian managed to drag the dog thing under the water.
Oh, shit.
The 2 creatures, both bloodied, suddenly appeared on their side of the pond as the hunters moved off, which, yeah, I would have been running.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? If I don't know.
You just watch Rampage happen, goddamn.
Holy shit.
The dog-like creature climbed on top of the alligator. I don't like where this is going. Climbed on top of the alligator and pulled its top and bottom jaw in the opposite. This is King Kong. This is fucking King Kong. Anyway, it ripped his jaws in half. There was a pop, and the alligator creature suddenly stopped struggling.
Jesus Christ.
Afterward, the dog-like creature lay on the ground, chest breathing heavily. one of the hunters decided that he was gonna shoot it, but the other talked him out of it. They promptly left the area. Apparently, the property owner was aware of the alligator creature.
Oh, yeah, that's Lizzie.
Yeah. He claims they had started to see it around their property 3 years earlier. The end.
Okay, Mike, explain what happened.
I don't know where to begin.
I feel like they just described a Roger Corman movie.
I would watch this movie.
Oh, yeah, sure.
No, absolutely. Like a werewolf versus like a alligator person. Like, fuck yeah, I'd watch the shit out of that.
A weregator?
Yeah, no. Like,
Yeah, werewolf versus weregator from the asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, again, they described King Kong versus the T-Rex.
Yeah. I did.
Like we're not gonna know.
Did they live across the street from like a fucking drive-in or something, and it was playing in the background? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing I could think of is a copious amount of drugs.
The only thing I can think of is a liar.
I mean, drugs is a way to explain a lot of stuff that we talk about.
Sure, but also, I don't know. There's a part of me that's like, man, I would like love and hate to see this.
Right? Yeah.
Like I love like one of the hunters is like, I'm gonna shoot that motherfucker, and the other one probably turned and was like, it just ripped a gator man in half. Put the goddamn gun down. We're leaving. Get back in the Hyundai.
Man, nature's so majestic, you guys.
Oh, God. You know, we need this at the Jackson Zoo to drum up tourism.
Ooh, yeah. Well, considering I saw lots of alligators at the Jackson Zoo when I worked there.
David, did I tell you about what happened to the monkeys at the Jackson Zoo?
I'm afraid to ask, but what happened to the monkeys at the Jackson Zoo?
So there was this.
They died.
God!
There was this island in the middle of a lagoon that they called Monkey Island.
Guybrush Threepwood hanging out there?
No relation to the point and click adventure.
Okay.
But what happened is everybody would light cigarettes and throw them on the island,
No!
and the monkeys would run up and smoke them.
Oh, God.
And all the monkeys died of emphysema and lung cancer.
That sounds like a fucking Jackson Zoo experience.
That was the little island that had the castle on it, right?
Yeah. That's Monkey Island Castle.
Kevin, you know what they keep on that island now?
Oh, I don't know if I want to know. What?
Alligators. That's where I saw the alligators.
Are they throwing cigarettes at the alligators?
I don't know. I wasn't there during the day. Like, this was kind of morning, but yeah, I was doing one of my tours when I first saw. I was like, oh, I remember that little castle thing, like, because I'd gone to that zoo as a kid, and then I saw there's just a whole shitload of alligators.
Now the question is, was one of them bipedal?
If it was laying down,
or it was dead from having its jaws snapped in half.
So Kevin, here's the good thing, or the interesting thing. You know where they moved all the, I guess chimpanzees, not really monkeys, but where they moved the chimpanzees to?
That got awful stinking monkey house I went to?
A bigger island.
What?
They made a bigger island, and it has chimpanzees on it.
And does it have a no smoking sign?
I'm pretty sure the whole zoo is no smoking.
Oh, thank God. Because I don't know if I can do...
I was going to say, David, nothing like speaks to the tragedy of the human condition, like the idea of people causing an extinction of monkeys by getting them to smoke to death.
Y'all, we just added the word cancer monkeys to the lexicon. And,
well, I'm sure monkeys have cancer other ways too.
I know, but still, man-made cancer monkeys.
Like just
emphysema monkeys.
A little monkey with a little thing on its throat, and it goes. Ugh,
ugh.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little monkey with a trach.
Were you stationed in Da Nang?
Please give me a banana. Shit. Oh, emphysema monkeys.
God.
Hey, brother, can I bum a smoke?
I feel like this is Lancelot Link the later years.
Shit.
Oh, God. If anybody out there gets that joke, you should probably get your prostate checked.
Well, look,
Oh, man.
I don't know. Lancelot links a little before our time, Kevin. So if
Yeah,
they get,
but it came on before MST3K.
if they get the joke, they should probably look at burial policies.
You should also be checking to see if your Social Security check's in the mail.
Yeah. You don't trust any Nigerian princes.
Or a fart.
Or that too.
Dude, once you enter your 30s, never trust a fart.
Yeah, I cannot trust a fart. The end. That's all I'm saying. So that was Phantoms and Mon. Wow,
Jesus
Gazoon
Christ.
type, Mike.
Holy shit.
Wow, Mike's got monkey cancer now.
Leave that in
I was
the
facing
episode.
away from the
Fuck.
mic.
Oh man. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's Phantoms and Monsters.
Jesus Christ.
I sure did.
Oh.
Oh man, I had a couple of bangers this week. Oh shit, this was a fun one, guys.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, you guys.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you don't get monkey cancer for Christmas. I hope you get all the Transformers you want.
Oh, man.
So, have we got any plugs before we go into the ending spiel? David, you got any plugs?
I could have sworn I had a plug. I probably don't now at this point. It's probably far, far out of my memory at this point.
That's fair.
Just join the Discord.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Hang out
Join
with
the
us.
Discord.
Share memes.
Yeah, we've got new people joining now. We're having a lot of fun. Allie Bear is making memes that horrify
They're fantastic.
about the show. They're great. I guess if I'm gonna plug anything, call somebody that you haven't heard from in a while
Call
that
one.
you're still on good terms with. No, just call them or send a message on Facebook. Just say, hey, I was thinking about you, miss you.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, do that. Mike, you got any plugs? Anything you want to draw attention to? Any things you've been listening to that you want people to check out?
No.
Okay.
Did I mention that I was on Spooky Dice Bag last time?
I don't remember, so...
Yeah.
Mention it now.
Huh? Yeah. I'm now on Spooky Dice Bag, the podcast, the D&D podcast with Kevin and a bunch of other funny fuckers. And I am a handful.
You are always a handful. Yeah, what's your character again?
Shal Noctis, who is dead. A mummy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was going to say, that's kind of, if you're dead already, well,
and
R.I.P.
And Umbra may in fact be in love with you because you're dead.
Yeah, it's been very funny so far.
It has been fucking hilarious. Well, anyway, that's all we've got this week. So, if you would like to learn more about the show, you can head to supernatpod.rocks. That is supernatpod.rocks.
Oh.
You can.
Oh,
What's that?
YouTube.
Yes! Oh, crap. Yes, before we really get into that, YouTube, we were not on YouTube Music as a podcast, but we are now on there, and what it did is it took every episode of the podcast from the RSS feed and generated a video for it.
Ooh.
So the channel is now current with the podcast.
Hell yeah.
So, and we're already starting to get some engagement, so if you'd rather listen to this on YouTube, that's a fucking option now.
Yeah.
So check it out.
Like 180 episodes. It's wild.
Yeah, no, I was like, damn, we got 180 fucking episodes of this thing. That's with the distraction hole, of course.
But even then, the distraction hole, we're only like maybe 30-something into it. So
yeah, we're I think this is episode 143 of Supernat.
We've got content with a capital C up in this bitch.
Yeah, content with a capital K. So yeah, check us out on YouTube. We've been getting just a moment. We had a couple of comments I wanted to read.
Oh boy.
From the YouTubes. So give me 1 sec to get YouTube Studio pulled up. So, that is All right, so we had a comment on Peter Beater and the Russian Robotoids, actually. Gathering Leaves said, I'm surprised any people still know about Peter Beater and his conspiracy claims. Someone replied, I stumbled across his audio about 5 years ago. And Gathering Leaves commented, said, and what did you make of them? And they said, he had a lot of specific information, so I tend to believe there was truth in it, but I'm also aware of controlled opposition.
Okay.
Yeah. And, of course, then there's the guys that really think we're stupid as fuck because we don't believe in the cosmic death fungus.
Oh, yeah, that's been a consistent thing on all of them.
Oh, yeah, no, I love that, guys. Thank you for listening, by the way, and still listening despite the fact that we do not believe in the cosmic death fungus. If you do, that's all you, man.
Yep.
Thank you for listening. So once again, if you want to learn more about the show, head to supernatpod.rocks. You can find a link to the Discord and join us in our dance of death. Not our dance of death. In our community, which is ever growing. You can find a link to our Patreon. You can find every episode of both the shows. You can find a link to our merch store, which has all of our shirts and such, including the new I Want to Believe Christmas shirt.
Old Tannenbaum.
Man. I love it and I hate you. So, once again, thank you for listening. We will see you guys not next week. We're going to take Christmas week off, and we'll be back sometime in the new year because me and Mike's schedule is going to be a little crazy.
Yeah.
So, we'll be back in the new year with an episode from David, and we will see you then. So, until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye.
And God bless us, everyone.
Cats or monkeys.
I'm a Ghostbuster now.
Is that your PKE meter?
Yes, I have a PKE meter and a ghost trap.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you don't even believe in the shit.